Hey Lakia, yeah, that's right. So right now we're on the corner of Reed and Main, and Sherman's Restaurant just caught on fire earlier today. I was talking to the wait staff as well as the owner. They said the fire started around 4:15 in the afternoon. I'm going to step out of the shot now so you can see it's still a very active scene. Gazebo. People are starting to gather where law enforcement has told us a prayer is set to take place. Even if you're not shopping for back to school, there's tons of things on the list that include shoes, clothing, and accessories. So even if you're just looking for some good deals, there's going to be something that you can buy that's tax-free. And it's not just library staff that are happy. Patrons say that they're excited to see the library get the much-needed new roof. iPads come with a charger, protective case, and a keyboard. They're also pre-programmed with all the apps that students will need to continue their virtual learning. Now there's about 849 students enrolled, and the district received about 860 devices, so no student will have to worry about sharing with their sibling. With Walmart employees inside asking where I would be able to find the state flag, they told me it's no longer available. And this is in line with their 2015 policy where they stopped selling merchandise with the Confederate flag on it. After almost 40 years of business, unfortunately, the owner says he's hanging up the gas pump for good. This is the monument in question right outside the Washington County Courthouse in downtown Greenville, and it sparked a lot of discussion throughout the community about what should be done about this monument. This morning, I filled up my water bottle in my kitchen sink, but for some people just outside of Schlater, that's not even an option. They have never had running water, and they have not had a working water pump there since July. It was a horrible scene Thursday evening after Helena, West Helena police investigated the death of one of their own. 41-year-old Helena officer Travis Wallace was hit by gunfire after a shootout with suspect 29-year-old Latarius Howard. It happened at the Delta Inn on U.S. Highway 49 in Helena, West Helena. He later died at the hospital. Howard and an accomplice, now identified as 24-year-old Bruce Hilly, led police on a manhunt this week after the shooting. According to Sunflower County Sheriff James Haywood, the two were apprehended in Delta Friday morning.
Early this morning, I received a call from the U.S. Marshal Service that Latarius Howard and Bruce Hilly were in custody, and they were bringing them to the Sunflower County Sheriff's Department.
Latarius Howard was being housed here at the Sunflower County Jail in Indianola, but he was later transferred by MDOC to Rankin County, but it's unclear why that transfer was made. The suspects are awaiting extradition to Arkansas from Mississippi, and the Arkansas State Police are leading the investigation. In Helena, Police Chief James Smith spoke with local news outlets, saying the death of Officer Wallace is a loss of a true leader and brother who admired the community.
But being in this situation several times, you can never get used to it because all our hearts are broken, but we have to continue to do the job that the citizens of Helena, West Helena pay us and ask us to do for them to give them a better quality of life.
Also offering condolences to Wallace's family. Wallace is survived by his mother, 2 kids, and several siblings. Latarius Howard is being charged with capital murder, and Bruce Hilly is charged with hindering apprehension. Reporting in Indianola, Tamara Lopez, the Delta News. Steinmart has been around for 112 years, but on Wednesday the company announced the Chapter 11 filing, citing changing consumer habits and the coronavirus causing significant financial stress. But in Greenville, Steinmart is more than just a department store.
Steinmart was never just a store, it was an experience. It really was for everybody, for all the citizens of Greenville, and probably all the citizens from the Arklamis.
With only Goodman's being around longer, it's been a staple business for the Delta. The very first Steinmart was built right here in downtown Greenville back in 1908, and people from all over the Arklamis would come to shop on Washington Avenue. Goodman's recently closed earlier this year and will be under new ownership, but Rebecca Goodman says Bernie Goodman and Jake Stein were good buddies throughout the years, making sure the Delta had a thriving downtown business district, and she says she hates to see the chain file for bankruptcy. Another Greenville staple, Jay's Hub, has been in business for 66 years. It, Steinmart, and Goodman's made up the main shopping hub of downtown Greenville.
people would be talking in conversations outside of Greenville, and Stein Mart would come up in the conversation. Invariably, the person from Greenville that was in that conversation with pride would say, well, Stein Mart started in Greenville, Mississippi. And you'd get a response like, oh, no way. Greenville, Mississippi? Yeah, it started in Greenville, Mississippi, right in the 200 block of Washington Avenue.
And residents were just as sad to learn the news. On Facebook, viewers expressing their feelings, saying things like, I grew up at that place, and saying they had fond memories of the store as a child.
It'll be a loss, and the presence of the Stein family and the Stein retailer is gone, and the end of an era.
And in a statement, Stein Mart says it will operate as normal in the near term and begin selling off assets in an organized going out of business sale. Reporting in downtown Greenville, Tamara Lopez, the Delta News. That's the sound of the bus that's part of the new collaboration between the city of Indianola and FedEx Ground in Olive Branch, Mississippi. The new program announcing a bus to shuttle employees to and from the location. Representative Otis Anthony and several other city officials were in attendance, as well as representatives from FedEx. All say they're excited for the opportunity.
We're going to be able to offer things that some of our citizens without transportation wouldn't have that opportunity. So we're real excited that we'll be able to give them an opportunity.
Under the new program, residents will park at the old Fred's parking lot and get shuttled back and forth. Organizers say if they can't bring the jobs to the Delta, they will bring the Delta to the jobs, also bringing their hard-earned money back too.
So we're making this a full circle, bringing it back home. All of the money, there's been questions people ask about, you're taking out people outside of the Delta, but all the money is brought back here. No, we don't make stops in between. We go to work, back to Indianola. So these people will spend their money right here in Indianola.
Especially during the pandemic, Chapman says more people than ever are looking for work. And on the buses, they've installed these clear plastic shields between the seats to keep passengers safe while they ride to and from work. The Kellogg organization and the Foundation of the Mid-South also partnered up for the Workforce Transportation Project. And FedEx says they're hiring for package handlers with the possibility of even transferring to Leland if spots become available. And they do plan on holding a drive-through hiring event and orientations here at City Hall to make it easier for the employees. Reporting in Indianola, Tamara Lopez, the Delta News.